Special story. Today, owning a car in Nigeria can run into several millions of naira and thousands of dollars in other places. Yet, on Nigerian roads, one car valued at just 3,000 naira, yes, 3,000 naira, still commands attention. Carefully preserved by Professor Sam Otobosin, his 46-year-old Volkswagen Beetle remains fully registered and roadworthy. A rolling time capsule from an era when the Beetle was as familiar as a neighborhood market sells. Senior reporter Kazimulowe completes the story.
In the 1970s and early 1980s, the Volkswagen Beetle was a familiar sight on Nigerian roads, particularly in Lagos, the then nation's capital. This widespread adoption followed the unveiling of the 11.5 million naira Volkswagen assembly plant in Lagos in March 1975 by the then head of state, General Yakubu Gowon. A landmark investment that boosted local automobile assembly and made car ownership more accessible to Nigerians. The compact car soon dominated the roadways across the country. Its unique round shape became a constant feature of Nigerian daily life from the late 1970s through the early 1990s, serving civil servants, traders, families, and taxi operators alike. Today, however, sporting a Beetle on major Nigerian road may take months, if not an entire year. Despite the Beetle's popularity has faded with the rise of modern vehicles and imported brands, a small group of enthusiasts has refused to let the model disappear into the history. Among them is 77-year-old retired professor of management and economics, who retired from the Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta, Ogun State. During an interaction at his residence in the Obantoko area of Abeokuta, the academic recounted how he supported his wife in repaying the loan she obtained to purchase the Beetle in 1979 and how he has kept the 3,000 naira vehicle on the road for more than 46 years.
In fact, it was my wife that really collected a loan. That time she was a nurse at NEPA, the then NEPA hospital in New Busa, Kainji. So she collected that loan, 3,000 naira. But I was the one that paid back the entire loan because she had, soon after, she had to follow me to the Philippines when I went for postgraduate studies. And she also did some studying on her own because she went on study leave without pay. It was brought from Ilorin in Niger Motors or somewhere there about. When you are coming from Ibadan and we are approaching Ilorin, to the left is the airport. Ilorin, is the Ilorin airport. The motor company was on the left. It was from there he bought it in 1979 in November. So he got it for 3,000 naira at that time. But that time, 1 naira was equivalent to 70 kobo. $1 US dollar was equivalent to 70 kobo. But while we were in the Philippines, we spent about 2 years plus in the Philippines. We had almost finished paying back the loan from my own salary. I was on in-service training as a federal government staff at the University of Philippines. So virtually I paid for the entire, I had to pay for the entire loan since she was not earning any salary then.
The professor highlighted some features that keep him emotionally and practically attached to the Beetle. Its air-cooled engine, simple mechanical design, and iconic rounded silhouette, qualities he say modern vehicles have largely lost.
There's that general statement that you cannot kill the Beetle. The people must have concluded with that statement based on their experience with the vehicle. Number one, it does not have a radiator, so there's nothing like overheating. Number two, the tires are very high. It's rim 15. Many other vehicles now have is rim 13. Even that's the common rim 13. Except the Jeeps. All these Jeeps, four-wheel drive, they are the rim 15 or 16. And in those days, we used to have rim 14. That was my 180K. But I still get the rim for that 14. So then the shock absorber for Beetle, very, very strong. Then also, even if the road is flooded, you have pools of water. With the Beetle, once you get there, just keep accelerating. Don't stop. The water will just be giving way because the engine is at the back. The water will not touch the engine. But try with the other vehicles that have the engine in the front. Even the new model of a Volkswagen. By the time you inside the pool of water, once the water gets to the carburetor and whatever, it will just stop there, and that's it.
On maintenance and servicing, Professor Tubishi explained that the Beetle requires less frequent and less complex servicing compared to many newer models introduced decades later. He also commended local auto mechanics who have supported him over the years, identifying Mr. Bidemi as a principal mechanic who has worked on the car for more than 3 decades.
So when we were in the north, we had some mechanics who were maintaining it, but the vehicle was far newer then. We relocated to Abeokuta, to the south, in 1992, 93. That's over 30 years ago. But for the good auto mechanics we have in Ogun State, Abeokuta in particular, the vehicle could become a scrap. So the parts, they may not be readily available, but the auto mechanics in charge, they know where they can easily get the part.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ìpèníjà tó wà ní pé tá bá fẹ́ ra part yẹ, tí n bá ti bèrè nígbà tí n bá ti rí, màá lọ sí Ìbàdàn tàbí Èkó, màá get yẹ.
Yes, it's true. The only major problem is how to get the parts of the car in Abeokuta. But once I try getting the parts here without success, I will go to Lagos or Ibadan to get it and I will fix it. Then everything will be normal again. The ball joint of this car was done in a special way that makes it durable than the ones we have done on other cars these days. It has the ability to move well on rough roads.
Àwọn eléyìí sìn at any time ló máa ń yọ ìtàn ṣe sìn so bó dẹ̀ ṣe wáyé pé ọ̀nà rough kò sẹ́ lẹ́mìí ẹ̀.
For the professor's wife, however, the attachment to the 46-year-old car comes with mixed feelings. She says many people have questioned why her husband still drives the Beetle instead of a modern vehicle. But she explained the professor often links the story of the car to their own life journey, saying he met her young and despite not having a child for over 40 years, he never abandoned her until they had their miracle child. He insists that as long as the Beetle is still moving, he will not abandon it.
That I met you fresh and young. Now you are, we have a promised child. I didn't discard you, despite all the battles. So I now beg you. Some people say he will prof. He has never had. But we hear it. You know.
Although Mrs. Otubushi was not disposed to speaking much about her journey and the miracle baby, the professor confirmed that she had the baby at 67 and he was 70 years old then. He said he believes in maintaining relationship and things around him.
Well, there's that Latin statement that says, "Dum spero." Once there's life, there's hope. And the hope is not just a fake hope, real hope that it's God that's keeping you alive. It's the one that provided that thing you are using. It's the one we come to provide for you to continue to use it. And when he doesn't want you to use it any longer, you also minister to it that there's no need to use it. But generally speaking, I don't believe in disposal of anything that is still functioning. A good example, now this one is not a thing. It's a very dear human being to me, my wife. We've been married for over 40 years. We never complained to anybody. We had no child that time, but we believe God. And at the right time, God had been promising. He told us we'll have a male child. He told us the name of the child. He told us the child will be born in October. That was as far back as 1985. That time we were already married for 8 years. We married in 1977. October 1980, 1990, October 2000 passed. We never lost hope because God, when he promises, you just remain faithful. He's very faithful to his promise. Come October 2018, we had a miracle baby. Now, within 24 hours, the whole of the internet was agog. My friends in US, in UK, in India, and in Philippines kept on sending in messages, congratulations. No, that's God for you. It's God that gives us all these things to use. So where people are getting crazy about material things, I don't know why. But you need to be in good health. Don't spero. So if I'm to dispose of any of them, nobody have to tell me. It's just, even after I don't even dispose of, I normally even give out. I don't sell. Such a thing I don't sell.
As we moved around the car, Shalom, the family's miracle child, was seen playing inside the Beetle. It reminded me of my own unsuccessful attempt at driving my father's Volkswagen Beetle decades ago. I decided to give it another try, seizing an opportunity I never thought would return. The professor later drove the Beetle to a nearby petrol station to refuel, as we followed and observed the iconic car's movement through city traffic and still drawing curious glances from passerby. While the Beetle's dominance on Nigerian roads may be long gone, Professor Tubushi's devotion reflects a growing niche of collectors, mechanics and enthusiasts who preserve the vehicle not just out of nostalgia, but for its durability, engineering simplicity and historical value.
Indeed, you can't kill a Beetle. This 46-year-old car is still moving, is still on the road. The car bought by Professor Sam Otubushi 46 years ago is still a car on the roads of Nigeria. It speaks volume about the maintenance culture from Abeokuta. Kazimolowe, TVC News.